So just a nice Saturday afternoon, still morning. It's almost lunchtime, 11:59 a.m. because you had to know that. And it is a gorgeous day, deadly calm out here as we cruise out on Lake Simcoe. Just out for a short run. We've been out for about an hour or so already. Just taking it easy, taking it slow, about 1100 RPM. No rush, no destination, just enjoying the day out on the water. And just making some observations again about the boat. First thing I'm going to do as soon as I get back to the marina is I'm going to top up, which I said I was going to do already in the past, the antifreeze on the shoot through transducer, because as I mentioned before, it works fine out in the deeper waters, very accurate, and does what it's supposed to do. But when it's in shallower waters or there's a lot of seaweed like we have around the marina, it's not working 100%. So I'm going to top that up. I'm sure that it has evaporated again as it did last year a little bit. Top that up and that should be fine. So that's an easy fix. One other thing that I'm still working on and battling with is that fuel sender on the starboard side. I've replaced that thing once already, but it was basically dead in the water right out of the box. Was not working, and I messed around with it, screwed around with it, ohm meter on it, just making sure everything, the wiring was all good, which it is. And I actually dug out of the garbage the old one, the one that I pulled out, which I'm assuming is original to the boat, and I hooked it up and did full video coming up. Anyway, so it's not the wiring, it's not the gauge. The gauge is operating as it should, but that new sender is not working. So have ordered another replacement one, and I will put that in, and then I'll be able to hopefully finish off that video, which I only started about 2 weeks ago, and give you the full rundown. But apart from that, the boat is running great. It's running really, really good. Generator's running good. No issues whatsoever. Yeah, just happy to be on the boat out for a cruise. Yeah, something else I want to just mention is that, of course, the whole world knows that Canada has been suffering, many parts of Canada has been suffering with these horrible forest fires, and with the smoke and everything reaching as far down as us. And for my American friends, just so you know, reminded that we are located in Ontario, Canada, and where we are in relation to these fires, these horrible forest fires, we are literally hundreds and hundreds of miles away. In fact, the worst of them that were happening in the province of Quebec were closer to the state of New York than where we are located in Ontario. So we're safe, we're fine, it's all good. We're still dealing with, as with many folks in this general part of the world, is the smoke, because they're massive fires, many of them out of control, just horrible and tragic. And we can actually smell the smoke in the air. And if you guys are in the Great Lakes area, or in even as far down as New York City, you'll know what I'm talking about. But the reason I'm bringing that up is not as a news alert, but because many people are saying that their cars, their houses, their boats are full of soot from the fires. No, they are not. There may be a small little bit of that, but this time of the year, it's part of nature is the pollen is out in the trees and grass and whatnot. And every year, this time of year, there's a tremendous amount of pollen in the air, and of course it settles down to wherever it does to hopefully do its thing. And I've shared with you in the past, driving over the lake, where you can see the pollen is everywhere, and it's concentrated in certain areas. And so basically that's what we're all seeing on our boats. And I'll show you what it looks like on our boat right now. We had huge deluge of rain at the beginning of the 50 millimeters in one day, which is a lot. And it was just pounding down for quite a while. And the boat was spotlessly clean afterwards until the wind picked up at the end of the week. and deposited all that pollen. So that's nothing to complain about. It's nothing new. It happens every year. It's part of nature. So if you see your cars having this greenish, brownish film on it, or your boat, that's what it is. It's not as a result of the forest fires. So it's pollen. It happens every year. It's part of nature. Yeah, so what's our plans for the coming season? As I believe I mentioned earlier, that we don't have any major plans as far as big cruises. As I believe I said, we have family commitments are gonna keep us fairly close to home throughout the summer. So when we do get away, it's not gonna be for, you know, big epic cruises. We're not gonna go for 2, 3, 4, 5 months like we, or weeks, I should say 5 months, that'd be nice. No, 5 weeks like we did last year, or 2 or 3 weeks like we've done in the past. We just can't do that this year. So we are still looking forward to, tremendously looking forward to, just getting away. Weekends, you know, maybe making long weekends. And we don't know where we're gonna get to, but I know it's gonna be epic, even if it's only for a few days. So that's basically what we have in mind. When those weekends are gonna happen, when we're gonna actually travel, I don't know, I can't say. Because of course, being self-employed, I have to, well, you know, work. Anybody with work, you have to take that into consideration for timing and such. But yeah, we're gonna make the most of it and see where we get to, and it will be lovely. No doubt, though, fair warning, they will be places that you've seen in the past, because we're not gonna travel too far this year. That is down the road in coming seasons. So yeah, we'll see where we get to, and hopefully you'll enjoy following along.
So hang on to yourself there, little kitty cat.